Welcome back. Well, great to have Brandy and David on the show earlier on. And joining us now, we're going to tease a brand new show on YourTV Quinte right on this channel that's going to debut mid-January. So keep an eye on the channel for that. As the founder of this, Peter Smits, is with us as the show is called Quinte Songwriters. So we're great to have Peter on the show with us to talk more about this. So Peter, so great to meet you.
Oh, thank you, Lindsay. Great to meet you.
Whereabouts are you from, Peter? Are you local?
I am local. I'm not, I wasn't born here or anything, but I lived in Toronto for a good many years. And I was actually working in the food industry in Belleville for the last 17 years and have recently retired. So
congratulations on that.
I wanted to pick up my my roots again, where I spent many years in television and feature films in Toronto.
Great to hear. Well, I'm so excited for the show, Quinte Songwriters, debuting on Cogeco, YourTV Quinte, right here mid-January. Peter, how did this show come about?
Well, like I said, I'm retired now, and I've been getting out and playing a lot more. I was a former musician, and I've always kept that up and done weekend bands, but I've never really been part of the Quinte music scene. And through these jams and getting to know people, different groups and so on, there sure is a lot of hidden talent. I'm going to call it hidden. It just seems to be undiscovered, and people playing me these incredible songs, and I thought, well, what can we do to get a little bit of exposure? So it just seemed like a good idea. I did a proposal, and here we are.
How do you select the artists?
So I ran some ads on social media. Facebook has about 4 Quinte groups. Also ran an ad in Kijiji under artists and musicians. And boy, that opened up the floodgates. I'm not kidding. Like that was a huge job of trying to sort it all out. And to tell you the truth, I still haven't got it all sorted out. But we picked up 6 acts right away. People I might have known before that I knew had good stuff. But hopefully there's a season 2, and we'll get to some of those other entries.
What is your personal interest with the show, Peter? I mean, you briefly mentioned, you've always kind of been a musician.
Yeah, I have been a musician. I started writing songs, a little bit frustrated with the bars. I mean, I played in rock bands and so on, and we'd haul our equipment in and set up for 3 hours and then play for 4 hours and then unload for 2 hours and get our $75 to $100 each. I just became a little bit frustrated, but I still needed the music in my life. So I started writing about 20 years ago or so. Started writing songs and started getting what I'd consider good at it. I started to learn how to use the tools. And then I see all kinds of other people who know how to use a digital audio workstation, and their stuff's pretty good too. But where do you go from there? You can put it on YouTube and get your 200 views or whatever, and there you go. But where can you really shine? And television's a good spot to start.
What genre of music do you dabble in as a musician, Peter?
Again, all kinds, really. The last song I did a video for was a country song. I have roots in country music, but also I would say for the most part alternative rock.
So how has songwriting changed over the last few decades or so? Of course, we mentioned the computer and AI and things.
Yeah. To further on that. 20 years ago or more, when we were doing a song, you'd pile into a studio and get your wallet out, maybe remortgage your house. It was a lot of money. I mean, these studios were hundreds of dollars an hour, and then you'd go in and make these demos. Well, now for a demo, and demo just meaning it's pretty good, but it's not polished for distribution worldwide kind of thing, but it'll still be a pretty good copy. With the digital audio workstations, We're learning how to use those, and it comes out as a pretty good product. That technology is around, you can sort of get in for $1,000 or less, and not have to pay the big studio money anymore.
And with that, with the industry overall, Peter, I mean, how has the music industry changed, especially the last 5 years or so with the pandemic and everything?
Yeah, musicians have had a rough ride, and I think it started back with we used to have bars that were having live music 6 nights a week, sometimes a matinee. I mean, it was crazy. You could make a good living and go on to the next town. I toured Canada with the country show band I was in, and it was such a great experience. Then the legislature did change. Drinking and driving laws changed, and for the better. I mean, like at least we're staying healthier. Smoking bans came, and nothing goes better with a drink than a cigarette, I guess, if memory serves. That was another kind of blow, and the final hammer was COVID, and then all of a sudden there were no bars to play in, and people just had cams like we're talking on now and trying to write songs together and that sort of thing. But people were also honing their craft as well. Now the bars are opening up a little bit, and we see some grassroots movements with things like open mics, things like jams. And I think that's great for young people to get involved, people who play an instrument but would really like to play with others. It's opening back up. So hopefully we'll see what we saw when the Beatles came out a long time ago. Every boy and every girl, I think, had a guitar and had a crack at it, right? It's, let me give that, I want to do that. So yeah, it's happening again, I think.
Well, congratulations. Thanks so much for volunteering here at YourTV Quinte. Once again, Quinte Songwriters, a brand new show on YourTV Quinte. Keep an eye on your listings and the guide. It'll premiere mid-January. On behalf of all of us, thanks so much. Wishing you a good, safe evening, and we'll see you next time on Quinte Connection.